the mentality I have, the experience I have, the fortitude, and the will is what I will be using on the night to take out my adversary in Conor Benn.
You know, I've been doing this for 10 years and you know, I'm more than prepared, more than ready. You know, I wish it was Saturday night tonight.
They're going to have to break these guys up.
Yeah, they're not going to walk away. You got to physically move them out of the way, I think.
I mean, this is a powder cake that started.
Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. You guys do not want to miss this fight. This fight has been a fight in the making for some time now. The setbacks, the pushbacks, the postpones, it's finally here. The more I look at Chris Eubank Jr. and the more I look at Conor Benn and the more I match them together, the more I realize that this is somewhat of a mismatch fight. When you think about the bigger fighter, obviously you're going towards Chris Eubank. When you think about the more put together package fighter who has more skills, you got to give it to Chris Eubank. When you think about the experience, when you think about the resume, you got to give it to Chris Eubank Jr. As far as youth and possibly even speed and the more aggressive fighter, that's still up for debate. You can give that to Conor Benn on the youth and the aggressiveness. You can give it to Conor Benn. The speed can possibly be up for grabs, but when you put the experience and when you put the resume, who's been to that level, regardless if Chris Eubank has fallen short those couple times, you still got to give it to Chris Eubank Jr. He's been in talks to fight other elites such as Canelo Alvarez. That does say a lot about your career. But Conor Benn has not been to that elite level. He hasn't been to those type of stadiums. We haven't seen Conor Benn fight someone who's been at that level, who carries that experience on their side. So the more I look at this fight, the more I look at Chris Eubank Jr. coming out on top. And I'm not going to say with no sweat, with no problem. I'm pretty sure Conor Benn is going to give him somewhat of problems with his aggressiveness, with possibly even his youth. But when you stack these fighters against each other and you look at what they've done, where they've got to, and how they performed throughout their career, yes, Chris Eubank Jr. has fallen short at that elite level against Liam Smith. He avenged that loss against Billy Joe Saunders. And some people might even say that he might have won that fight too as well. But experience for experience compared to experience, resume for resume, skill for skill, the all-around put together fighter, no doubt about it, Chris Eubank Jr. holds all of this on his side. The way I see Conor Benn possibly winning this fight is with youth and his aggressiveness. But even if there is a rehydration clause, Chris Eubank Jr. is going to be the much bigger fighter in that ring, regardless if he's going down to 160, regardless if there's a rehydration clause. This fight for Chris Eubank Jr. with his experience that he has, with the skill set that he has, with the much put together fighter, experienced fighter, Chris Eubank Jr. should not have a problem in this fight against Conor Benn. That's the way I'm viewing it. Let me know what you guys think about this fight, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.